Hi, friends, and welcome back to Healthy Little Moments. I've missed you all, and I wanted to start this episode with a little honesty. It's been quite a few weeks since I've published anything, but that's not by accident. Life has really hit us hard. My little family went through one of the toughest seasons that we have faced so far since my son was in the NICU, but this is comparable to that because our little Henrik came down with a really aggressive stomach virus and it just wouldn't let up. So after more than 7 days of not keeping anything down and 2 ER visits, and he was getting just weaker by the hour, we ended up back in the ER and he was admitted to the children's hospital. Thankfully, it's one of the best in the country and he was in good hands, but we had to spend 4 long days there, 3 nights, 4 days. And let me tell you, there is absolutely nothing more gut-wrenching than watching your baby in pain and not being able to just jump in and make it better. And I really would have done anything to just switch places with him. It was one of those moments where time just moved so slowly, but it was a blur at the same time. I really felt like we were in the hospital for like a month. But to make things worse, because that's life, when it rains, it pours. My husband and I, we actually caught the same virus and we were all sick. And for me, that was actually my second virus in 3 weeks. So we were living out of this tiny hospital room, exhausted, depleted, trying to comfort our baby while barely functioning ourselves. So in the middle of all of that chaos, something hit me. And I feel like I had one of those deep grounding epiphanies that only seem to happen when everything else in the world is stripped away, when you're forced to pause, when you're sick and when you're scared. And I just realized our health is truly everything. And I know I say that all the time, right? But it's really not about just looking good or checking a box or sticking to some perfect routine to get abs. It's truly about being strong enough, and that's mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually to show up for the people that need you. Because let me tell you, if I had been even a little bit more sick, like I was right on the brink of going down to the ER myself, I don't know what I would have done to take care of my baby, or who would have taken care of him. And so sometimes you're not motivated to be healthy just for yourself, but you realize how much the people around you, they need you. And that's when it clicks. The people that you love, they need you to be your very best self. And there's this relationship motto that I've had for decades, and my husband and I love this. And it's, I'll take care of me for you, and you take care of you for me. Let's both be just our best selves and bring our best self to the table. But that takes a lot of discipline and sacrifice sometimes, but maybe that's the motivation that we need, is for that other person. So then we had this situation going back to the hospital that lit a fire in me even more if I didn't already need it. So when my son was finally able to start eating again, we got fluids in him and we we're trying to reintroduce food. The hospital staff brought him a little snack bag. It was this plastic bag filled with little plastic snacks. It was goldfish, a fruit roll-up, strawberry Yoplait yogurt that was actually warm, it wasn't refrigerated, and bright red dye-filled Jell-O, which I'm so happy dyes are gonna be banned very soon. But I'm looking at this bag of artificial food and I'm like, this is what they gave a toddler recovering from 10 days of vomiting and dehydration. Sugar, food dyes, processed food, artificial flavors. Like, I sit there staring at this and I was just in shock. And all I could think was like, this is not food. This is not medicine. This is not how we help our kids heal. And it broke my heart, not because the nurses didn't care. They were incredible. They were doing their job. It broke my heart because this is ingrained in our system. This is America, and this is considered normal here. And this is what's being fed to our children across the country. And a lot of parents don't know better, but it's not really even just hospitals, but it's in schools and cafeterias and homes. This highly processed, ultra refined, nutrient poor food that doesn't nourish, it doesn't heal, it doesn't even serve us at any level. And I truly believe that food either heals us or hurts us. And it reminded me exactly why I started Healthy Little Moments, because it has never been about perfection. I stress that. I always stress that. It's not about cutting out every snack or stressing over every ingredient. It is not that. I want to make that very clear. It's just about waking up It's about realizing that what we eat, how we care for ourselves, and how we feed our families, it all matters. It's the foundation of our health. And so when we know better, we have to do better. So if you've been waiting for a sign to take your health a little bit more seriously, I truly hope that this is it, because you can just start with your food. What's in your fridge? What's on your plate? And start with one simple change. Whether it's drinking more water, maybe adding a new veggie to your children's plate and swapping out something else, maybe swapping out a sugary snack for something that's real, some cut up fruit. And it doesn't have to be perfect. You just have to care, because your body is listening and it's reacting, and your kids are watching, and your future self, how you feel in the next 5-10 years, is counting on you today to make those decisions. So I really want to stress that. I hope it doesn't sound like I'm preaching. It was just, we had this very dramatic life experience that just highlighted everything that I am so passionate about. And so if you've listened this far, I thank you for being here, for giving me to this space to share that with you, and to come back even more passionate about this mission. So if you're new here, or you just want to go deeper, I'd love for you to check out my blog, Healthy Little Moments. It's a space where I help you on this journey, where I share practical tips, nourishing recipes, some of my wellness learnings and reflections, and real life stories like the one you heard today. So if this episode stirred something in you, or if you've ever felt overwhelmed just trying to make healthier choices and you're unsure where to start, just know that you're not alone. You don't need a perfect plan. It's just really one moment at a time, and will help you with the clarity, with the consistency, and with a lot of grace. There's no judgment here, but that's what we're building here, just a place where wellness feels doable, honest, and it's just rooted in love, truly. So find me at healthylittlemoments.com, or you can connect with me on TikTok, on YouTube. I've been sharing a lot more behind the scenes moments from our little journey, plus tips on how to feed your family with really delicious, easy recipes, even when life is chaotic and messy. So don't forget, we've got some really exciting things coming up. I also want to share, we have a new brand partnership that just launched with Healthy Little Moments and Current State, which is this incredible skincare line that's natural, but also science-based. And we have some amazing giveaways this whole month that I can't wait to share with you. So let this be a reminder. You don't have to do everything. You just have to do the next right thing. So your body, your mind, and your family will thank you for it. So thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up, and I'll see you or hear you in the next episode. So take care and keep choosing those healthy little moments.